Hi friends, Mark from Essential Guitar Lessons, and let's learn how to play Friends by Marshmello and Anne Marie. This is a great song for beginners to intermediate players. It's just a little bit tricky the way we're picking it with our fingers. As usual, I'll break this into sections for you to make it easy to learn. We'll look at the chords used and the best way to get them. Now, we won't be going over the transitions in this one because we've got plenty of time between each chord to change, so it's not too hard. Then I'll show you the different parts to the song and the finger picking we're using there. And then we'll finish with the structure of the song. Now, the chords we'll be using are A minor, C, an F bar chord, a G bar chord, D minor and E, and an alternate way of playing A minor and E. So if you already know how to play these chords, it can easily transition between them. Jump ahead to the parts of the song. I'll leave a time in the description for you. Don't forget to give us a like and subscribe. Heaps of songs and lessons to come. Now, if you're having any problems with this song, or there's a song you'd like to learn, leave a comment and I'll get back to you. So let's make a start with the chords. So our first chord is A minor, so a fairly easy one there. Best way to get this, start with your first finger on the first fret on your B string, then your second finger, second fret on the D string, and your third finger also on the second fret, but this time on the G string. Try not to play the top E string, but we're using our fingers for this, so it won't matter too much, and that's our A minor. We have a standard C chord, so first finger, first fret on the B string, second finger, second fret on the D string, and third finger, third fret on the A string. Again, we don't play the top E string, and that's our C. Now we have this tricky F bar chord, and the best way to get this one is go for your second finger first on the second fret on the G string, then your third finger, third fret on the A string, and your little finger under that on the third fret, but this time on the D string, and then we bar the first fret there, and that's our F bar chord. Then we have the G bar chord, which is exactly the same shape. We're just moving it up to the third fret there. So really easy. Once you've got the F bar chord, the G bar chord is simple to do as well. Then we have a D minor. So now, first finger, first fret on the bottom E string, then go for your second finger, second fret on the G string, and your third finger, third fret, this time on the B string. We're not going to be playing the E and the A string, and that's your D minor chord there. Then our next chord is E, so another really easy one. First finger, first fret on the G string, second finger, second fret on the A string, and your third finger also on the second fret, but this time on the D string, and that's our E chord there. Now we have an alternate A minor and E. So this time for our A minor, we're going to take our third finger, place that on the 7th fret on the D string, and we're going to bar the 5th fret on our G, B and E string, and that's an A minor chord there. We're just doing the bottom part of the A minor chord. The last chord we have is E, and for this one we're not going to be strumming all the strings. We're just playing the D, G and the E string. So you have your first finger on the 2nd fret on the D string, third finger on the 4th fret on the G string, and your little finger on the 4th fret as well, but this time on the E string, and that's going to be our alternate E chord there. So there are all the chords we're using. Let's jump straight into the parts of the song. Because we've got plenty of time between each chord, the transitions don't matter too much, and they're all fairly easy, except our bar chords there, which you can work on. Verse 1, part 1, we start on our A minor. Now the way we're picking this, we're going to play the root note first, so our A string, and then we're going to use our first, second and third finger to play the G string, the B string and the E string there. So we have root note, G, B, E, and that's a pattern we're using for the first chord. So A minor, and then we go to C and we do exactly the same thing, so the picking pattern doesn't change. Our root note's still on the A string, still using the G, B and E string. Now we want to use our F bar chord here. We don't want to use our F open chord because it's a low bass note. So we hop on our F bar chord. This time we're playing the root note, so we're playing the top E string now for our F root note, and still using the G, B and E string there. And that's a start. So we have A minor, C, F bar chord. And in the last little part, we're going to come up to our alternate A minor. And this time we're going to play all 4 strings root note on the D string, playing the G, B and E string. We do that once. So we pick them all at once this time. And then we have our alternate E chord, but this time we're just going to play the D, G and E string there. And that's our verse 1, part 1. So let's do that slowly. C, F, our A minor, and our E, and up to speed. Now part 2 is exactly the same, we're just not going to put the A minor and the E at the end. So we have A minor, C and F. And that's our verse part 2. Then we have our verse part 3, which again is nearly exactly the same. We do our A minor, our C, our F, but the last time we're just going to play the A minor to finish there. We're not going back to the E. So our verse part 3 is C, F and our A minor to finish there. Then we have our chorus. So our chorus is pretty easy. We're just playing A minor, C and the F bar chord, but we're also going to do the G bar chord there as well. So we have 2 on A minor, 2 down strums there. Now you can do this with a pick, or you can just do the down strums with your finger if you like there. So 2 on A minor, 2 on C, 2 on F. Now we're going to do another 2 on F and slide up to G. This is why we're using the G bar chord, because it's a quick transition and it's harder to go from the F bar chord to the G open chord. So we go F, F, G. And we do that 3 times for our chorus. So let's play that now. A minor, C, F, 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 G, and A minor, C, F, 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 G, and again. Then the last time, the only difference is we just play the F 2 times at the end. So A minor, C, F, and F once to finish, and then we're straight back in to our verses again. So let's go through that. A minor, C, F, 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 G, and A minor, C, F, 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 G, and A minor, C, F, 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 G, and the last one. And then we're straight back into our verses. So now our bridge is fairly easy. We're going to start with our F bar chord. We're just going to strum once and hold it for a 3 count. So 1, 2, 3, and then straight to our G, which we're just going to hold for 1 count there. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, straight to A minor for a 2 count. 1, 2, and then C for a 2 count. 3, 4. So F, 1, 2, 3, G, A minor, 2, C, 2. Then we go back to the F for another 3 count. 1, 2, 3, G for 1 count. 4. Now this time we go to a D minor and we do that for a 3 count. 1, 2, 3, E for a 1 count. 1. So that's second line. 1, 2, 3, G, D minor, 2, 3, E. Back to the F for a 3 count. 1, 2, 3, G for 1. A minor for a 2 count. 1, 2, C for a 2 count. 3, 4, and then D minor for a 4 count. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's do that up to speed. F, G, A minor, C, F again, G, D minor, E, F, G, A minor, C, and D minor. And that part we're calling our bridge, and we're just doing 1 strum on each chord there. Our last part is the chorus end. It's going to be exactly the same as the chorus, except we just play the top line 4 times. So we have A minor, C, F, and F, F, G. And we do that line 4 times, and that's our chorus ends. That's really easy. And then we're just going back to our verse part 1 2 times. We have verse part 1 times 5, verse part 2 times 1, verse part 1 by 3, and then verse part 3 by 1. Then we go to our chorus, we do that once, and then we're back to our verses. So verse part 1 3 times, verse part 2 1, verse part 1 by 3, and verse part 3 by 1. Then again our chorus, then our bridge, our chorus again, then our chorus end, which was 4 times this time, and then our verse part 1 again by 2. So that one's a little bit harder the way we're finger picking the A minor and the C and the F, and we've also got the F bar chord and the G bar chord there. So if you're having any problems with this song, or there's a song you'd like to learn, leave a comment and I'll get back to you. Give us a like and subscribe for heaps of free songs and lessons. Now, if you'd like step-by-step guitar lessons for beginners to advanced players and learn all the secrets to playing all your favourite songs and solos in no time, also heaps of free lessons, click the link below and jump onto Essential Guitar Lessons. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you soon.